Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Disney's Riverside Resort. Today we're in room 9914. This is a royal guest room with a river view, and I'm really looking forward to giving you a look at this room because there is so much to see. There's a lot of detail. For me, this feels like a real Disney resort, or at least what I think of when I think of a real Disney resort. Of course, this isn't a review, it's just a room tour. We will have a review on the channel soon, but without further ado, let me turn you around and let's see what this room has to offer. Now, the first thing that you'll notice when you step into this room is just how amazing the theming is. It is super cute in here. Like I said, lots of detail, and I can't wait to show you. Before we actually get going though, there are a few things that I want to mention. First and foremost, we are using an external light. So as we go through the room from here on out, the room might look a little bit brighter than it actually is. That just helps us show you different elements of this room that are sometimes hard to see with all the shadows. Also, as we go through this room, keep in mind that there's a few things that you might notice that we're not going to address today, but don't worry, we'll talk about all of it in our room review here in a couple days. The idea is to give you a look at what this room includes and some of the theming to decide if it's right for you. So with that said, let's take a look. Of course, we're gonna start with the entryway. Here is the door, and you'll see just off to the side of the door, we do have this big space here. Now this could be great for putting a stroller, maybe even an ECV or some extra luggage. Unfortunately, there is no outlet over here, so you won't be able to plug in your ECV, but you could at very least tuck it away in this corner if you needed some extra space. We do have a hanger here where you can put coats, jackets, backpacks, and all of your necessities. The detail is really cute on this. Of course, like I said, there are a lot of really cute details in this room, so make sure you keep your eye out. So here we have our two beds, and you'll notice that this is not an updated room. So it does not have beds that are on a platform, and so you can't really tuck anything away underneath the beds. This is a little bit disappointing. I would have liked to see these rooms with a platform, although I do not know when they were last updated, so maybe that's coming in the future. Nothing really to note about the bedding. We do have a little Mickey made of towels here. Just the standard Disney bedding. Of course, we do have some really cool headboards. This is Princess Tiana's guest room. So we do have the T for Tiana up there. Then of course, some beautiful artwork here. And there's a little bit of magic in this headboard. Take a look at that here in a second. Now normally I don't pull this back, but I do want to show you this as well. Lots of great detail in this room. I absolutely love it. Now this room does sleep 4. Of course, we have one bed here, and then we have another bed on this side. Between the two beds, we do have a nightstand, and we do have Hey Disney in here, which I think is pretty cool. We've got our lights there. Again, lots of great detail. A little bit of storage space here. We can tuck a few things away in this drawer as well. Now, we do have a plug here, one available. Of course, the other one is taken up by this Hey Disney device. You can, of course, unplug it if you need to. You'll also notice we do have some special little buttons here. And if we push that button, we've got a little bit of magic here on this headboard. How cool is that? I think that's super cute. Of course, I also want to take a look up here. We do have what looks like some gems. There are lighting elements up there, and all of that is lit up as well, which I think is just very special. I do love that about this room. Then over here we have some artwork on the wall. All of the Disney princesses, aside from Tiana, of course, because these are pictures of her friends after all. They're all there on the wall, which I think is really cute. But of course we do want to take a look at the side of the bed and how much space is available between the bed and the wall. I have to say, this is a really tight space. I haven't seen a space this tight in a really long time. And you know what that means? We need to call out our handsome assistant. Hello, Russell.
Hello.
Say hi to everyone. You didn't even say hi.
I did not. You've been busy. You've been busy.
All right.
Okay. Oh, this is bad. This isn't even usable. You can't. Like.
It is very tight.
Like I'm knocking pictures off the wall. Like I can't even turn side. There is no getting up this side in the middle of the night. Like. No.
So this isn't necessarily what I would describe as any variety of friendly. It's not really accessible if you have some mobility issues. This isn't going to necessarily work out for you, though there is plenty of space here and of course on this side of the bed as well. So it can work, but just know your family and know if this side of this bed is going to work for you, which maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it is definitely very tight. Now, if we swing back this way, you'll see that we do have our bathroom area. Again, we have some fantastic detail. I love the colors. They're very warm. Just like other resorts, we do have a separate changing area almost. And then we also have our bathroom and shower room. So let's start with this changing area. This is definitely the old style of room where you have kind of an open area with a shelf. We do have an extra pillow and blanket. We have some hangers, but nothing is closed off like we'll see in some of the newly renovated rooms. We do have an ironing board and an iron. We also have an incredibly small safe in this room. And this one is old school. Has an actual key. So I don't think you'd be able to fit much more than a tablet in here, so I think that's important to keep in mind if you're planning on coming here with a lot of large or expensive electronics or accessories. You will be able to put a few things in here though, so you can keep your stuff safe, just not your big expensive stuff. We do have some details up there that I do want to take a look at here in a second, but we will first focus on everything else that's available here in this vanity area. So we do have 2 mirrors, we have 2 sinks, and we do have some places to tuck things away. I did notice that we do not have a magnifying light up mirror in here, so that's important to note. Like I said, this room does feel a little bit outdated. We do have those 2 mirrors though. And we have a few of the Disney Resorts products, no longer H2O, but still kind of H2O. We do have some amazing faucets here. And you'll notice so many details that are nods to other Disney princesses. I think that this is so fun. We do have this slab up here as well, where you can put whatever toiletries you've brought with you. Does give you plenty of space for that. I do wish there was more space to tuck things away in here, but of course we've kind of been spoiled with some of the new rooms. We also have a trash can over here as well, and I do want to note that there's a lot of space here to put your luggage, so you can stow some things away. Let's turn this way though and look at the bathroom, which is so dark. Let me turn this light off for you just for a second so you can get a sense of how dark it is in here. This is the bathroom with the light on. So as you can see, very, very dark. Actually, even darker than it looks with the light off. It's also a very small bathroom, but again, this is a moderate resort, so smaller bathrooms are pretty standard. We do have some towel racks there and our toilets. Trash can as well. We turn this way, you'll see that there isn't much really to talk about. We do have what looks like a nod to Ariel, I think. Kind of, right? Kind of looks like a mermaid fin. on this little hanger here. And then we have our shower. Now this is not a huge shower. It does have a good sized shower head. We have a few places to put some of our shower items. We do have a tub here as well, and a little bit of a seat. And we have our Disney Resorts and H2O Plus products. I do want to take a look at some of the detail on this curtain. This is so cute, and it does have a dingle hopper on it. And some beautiful gems and other things as well. Check it out. Hidden Mickey. Speaking of Hidden Mickey, looks like we have some Mickey Mouse detail up here as well. So lots of great details in this room. We also have our clothesline so that we can hang our wet bathing suits. It is definitely tight in here. It's definitely a little bit tight, though I will say that this rod for the shower curtain is on an angle, like it arcs, so it does make things look a little bit bigger, which is nice. Anyway, let's move back on out here, turn around, and you will see that we have a full-length mirror on the bathroom door as well. And we do have a curtain that we can close in order to give ourselves a little bit of separation so that we can get dressed, which I do think is nice. It makes the space a little bit bigger, but it isn't solid like a door. It's much more in line with what you've likely seen in the past at moderate resorts. Before we move on though, I do want to take a quick look up here and show you some of the detail on this. Is this like a wallpaper trim? I think it is. So cute. What do you guys think? Now as we step out of this bathroom area, we're gonna first wave to Russell. Hello.
Hello.
Make sure that you're doing the princess wave. This is, after all, a princess room. So the next thing that you'll notice if we turn this direction is we do have another little area where you can sit and get yourself squared away. If you notice, this might remind you of someone. You've seen that before? I've seen that before. Put it in the comments if you know what movie that's from. We do also have a beautiful frame that looks like was sent over by Snow White. So you can see we've got SW right there. And we have Tiana in the picture frame. You can't see it, I don't think, but she is moving with us in a way that is definitely not creepy at all. Then we have a thermostat right here. Updated, fairly easy to use. It is worth noting that this is an older style air conditioning unit. We'll look at it here in a second. But next, let's take a look at our dresser. This is a big, chunky dresser, and I think it's worth noting that some of the edges are not necessarily suited for little ones whose heads might be right in line with them, so just prepare yourself accordingly. It is beautiful though. I think that's worth noting. We do have a lot of open space on the top of this dresser, but unfortunately you will notice we have no plugs. I mean, we do have PC video in and other audio-visual cables, but no plugs, which means that we don't really have a lot of plugs actually, now that I think about it, as I'm looking through this room. But I don't know, we'll see if I discover any. More on that later. We do have our ice bucket as well as cups for hot and cold drinks, and then over here we do have our coffee maker. But again, there's really nowhere to plug it in. There is a plug down there, but it is quite far from the coffee maker, so we might have to relocate that for our stay. We have 3 drawers and a door here. The door opens up to our mini fridge. Of course, this isn't a beverage cooler because this room has not been updated. It's okay. I don't mind if the room hasn't been updated, as long as we can keep the mini fridge. And here are our 3 drawers. So these are pretty good sized drawers. They look fairly clean. No complaints there, which is great. Next we have our little table and chairs, which I think are themed really great. We do have a message from Tiana here on the table waiting for us. And then we do have both chairs here and a mirror. Then a little nod to the princess here on the wall, which is really cute. And before I forget, we do have to take a look at the wallpaper up here. Isn't that so cute? I think that's adorable. Of course, we also have a detail on the lights, and then our window with these big, beautiful drapes. Now, I mentioned that we were going to talk about the air conditioning unit, and you're looking at it. It has been covered, but this is an old school unit. I will say it's pumping cooled air. I really don't have any complaints about this. It also has plenty of space to put some stuff on top, which I think is great because you can utilize that space. We have trash and recycling with a bag. Do you notice that? That's interesting. We haven't been seeing a whole lot of bags recently. But last but not least, we need to take a look at our view. So don't forget, this is a river view. And there it is. Our beautiful view of the Sassagoula. And that about does it for our tour of room 9914 here at Disney's Port Orleans Resort. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like this room? Do you not like this room? Have you ever stayed here? Tell us all about it in a comment down below. Also, be sure to keep an eye out right here on the channel for a review of this room. Until then, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the Royal Guest Room here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!